Hello, hello. Welcome back to Stars and Cards, Bros and Dudettes. I'm Mona.
I'm Kina Marie.
We're coming at you with your weekly guidance for, I'm not going to say them in order, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, okay? Don't be a bro this week, friends.
I have a 4-year-old, and I'm telling you, if you being a bro, she will tell you that you being a bro. You
Don't be
being
a
a
bro this week. All
air
right,
sign.
Kina. Kina's going to come at y'all with whatever she's got for the week ahead. You're our last reading, and all the seriousness has gone out the window.
Yes, y'all. Air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Let's go ahead and dive in to the overall energy. What's going on with you guys this week? This week is all about navigating through social dynamics and intellectual pursuits. So navigating through how you speak, how you communicate, being mindful of your words, being mindful of social connections that you may have, intellectual pursuits. So being mindful of any creations or projects that you are working on. If you're working on something that you're passionate about, that you love, you want to be mindful of how you speak about it. There's going to be opportunities for growth in your communication, growth in how you speak, growth in your connections this week, growth in personal and professional connections this week, air signs. It's a lot of Mercury energy here. Mercury is moving into the sign of Virgo. And so it's definitely going to be a week of communicating and connecting socially, and even connecting in career-wise, personally at your job, just all around connection. This week is all just about connection and communicating for you, air signs. So be mindful of how you speak. Be mindful of, I just heard gossiping spirits. Be mindful of social connections, being surrounding with people that like to gossip. Gossip is low vibrational. Listen, we all do it, but be mindful of how, remember, our words are spells. And so this week, air signs, navigating through those social connections, knowing when they starting to tussle and they starting to gossip and they starting to speak low vibrational, knowing when to move around. Knowing, especially in work and professional matters, if you're dealing with a lot of social interactions and communications not quite working well this week, air signs, be mindful. And even personally as well, being mindful of how you communicate and how you speak in your connections. So overall, this week for you, air signs, is all about navigating through how you communicate, through how you speak, and navigating through your social connections and your connections at work and your connections in personal matters. It's a heavy communication and connection wise, all your different connections, just navigating how you speak, how you think, how you move, knowing when to talk, knowing when to shut the hell up, knowing when to entertain, when to just let it go. So that is the overall energy for you, air signs, this week. Let's go ahead and roll to Mona to see what is the overall message for you guys, air signs.
So, it was so funny, just like, because you kept saying the way you communicate, the way you speak, just harmony and balance and communication and speaking. This is really, really heavy, and not even in a bad sense. Like, I always say that people will read this multiple ways, okay? We got the death card and then we got the temperance card. And there are some people where if you're in more of a negative mindset, which is like Kina said, to be mindful of how you're speaking about your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, and the expectation card came out here. You need to really think about what it is that you are expecting out of life this week, air signs, and then make sure that you are allowing things to flow naturally and progress the way that they need to, going ahead and calling shit quits, calling it an end, agreeing to do something different, changing, just like, if nothing else happened to you this week, from Sunday to Sunday, you should be able to come back in the comments and be like, damn, this week this happened, this happened, this happened. And I learned that this couldn't happen for me anymore because I want to move toward this. And this is what's going to bring me harmony. Or last week, this ended for me. And this week, this came in. And it allowed me to move a lot closer toward my goals and my dreams and hopes and ambitions. Even at the bottom of the deck, we got the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Sun card. Again, could feel like very, very heavy energy if you're not attuned to making adjustments to your life to suit your expectations. That's what I'm going to settle on. So we're also going to pull cards and talk a little more in depth for each of the individual signs on what your week is going to be like. I create a safe and secure space for myself wherever I am, and I am adventurous. I overcome fears by following my dreams. Absolutely this. Absolutely this. Shit. You gotta shake, rattle, and roll, friends. Shit shakes, it rattles your cage, and you gotta keep rolling with the punches. Like, I don't know. Who's first for,
Yes,
because that's a lot.
Gemini. Yes, it is a lot. And air signs, please, y'all, the air signs are y'all flow. Y'all flow and y'all free. And just be mindful of that this week. Gemini's communication flows easily. Y'all gonna be talking this week, but be mindful how you're talking. Okay. Gemini, your communication will be flowing easily this week. You are going to be really talkative this week, Gemini. And it's because you are feeling curious this week. Okay, so this week is excellent for learning and for socializing and for sharing your ideas. But again, with communication being heavy, be mindful who you share your ideas to. Not everybody got to know what's going on. Okay, because some people are energy vampires. And so be mindful as you are learning and as you are expanding and as you are communicating and socializing and talking. Be mindful of what you communicate, air signs, especially Gemini, since I'm reading for y'all right now. Expect sudden insights, but be mindful of being scattered. Okay, so you're going to receive a lot of, Spirit is going to be communicating a lot with you this week, Gemini. Spirit is going to be talking to you. So if you are starting to feel scatterbrained, like it's a lot, ground. Stay grounded, writing things down, journaling things so that, because sometimes Spirit will dump. Spirit will dump and it can be a lot. So be mindful, stay focused on prioritizing your projects and overcome and avoid overcommitting. Okay, Spirit's going to be talking to you a lot this week, Gemini. You are going to be socializing, you are going to be learning, you are going to be sharing ideas. Everybody does not need to know what Spirit is sharing with you. Okay, because if you start sharing your ideas, then people are going to start pouring their ideas, and now you're scatterbraining all over the damn place. So be mindful of what you share. Prioritize your projects, avoid committing to anything that you know you don't have the space to commit to. So that is the energy for Geminis. It's heavy communication for you, air signs, and Gemini is really heavy for you. So learn as much as you can learn, soak up what you can, and don't tell everybody your business. Whatever Spirit is sharing with you, some stuff Spirit share with you is not for everybody. Okay, so be mindful and prioritize what is meant to be shared and put out and what is meant to be journaled and kept for you so that you can prioritize them and include them in your ideas and your projects and what you are doing. Okay, so that's Gemini. Let's go ahead and see what kind of guidance that Mona and Spirit and ruffled up.
So we got the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Like Kina said about needing to know when to hold things in for yourself. I just talked about this yesterday in a couple of the weekly readings that I did. And the way that I summed up what Kina said was you have to be very mindful as you're growing, right? The level up card came out and then you belong here came out. And then I heard Drake say, we go 0 to 100 real quick.
Real.
Whole squad on that real shit. Where if spirit gives you a download, because ideas, they don't come from nowhere. They come from whoever you believe the source of your power is, or your team. They come to you. And if I tell Kina, like, girl, I ain't got no money, my credit is fucked up, but I'm finna open up a cafe. She may hear that, and instead of being like, you go, girl, she'll be like, well, how the fuck you plan on doing this with no money? Don't you know that restaurant businesses have a tendency to fail within the first year of opening? You know what I'm saying? And then instead of me acting on that seed of faith that spirit planted, I then am going to become scatterbrained and start acting out of fear. Like, people will plant seeds with your seeds when you show them your garden and ask for their input. And so I just got chills. Definitely don't. I listen to my intuition and I trust my inner guidance and I acknowledge my self-worth. My confidence is growing, was coming up. Whatever it is that you are deciding you want to start planning or plotting for, if you've been applying for jobs, don't stop this week. If you've been applying for loans, don't stop this week. If you've been applying for houses, I don't give a fuck what you've been seeking or going after. I definitely will tell you here. Who we talking to?
Gemini.
I'll tell you to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Y'all remember the Energizer Bunny commercials? The going and going. And yes, keep showing up because you are really, really close to tapping into that vault, tapping into that growth, tapping into that generational wealth, tapping into the new job, whatever it is. Keep going because this is coming, but do keep some things private for yourself. You don't need anyone else to cheer you on, to support what you do, to tell you that they think that's a great idea. What is them telling you that going to do for you besides make you feel comfortable when they are not the ones who are going to push you or pursue you or put the resources in your path? That's up to your spirit team. Some things you got to keep between you and God for a little while. And that's okay. But this looks good here, Gemini. Just definitely do keep it cute and keep it quiet this week. But also communicate as needed. Just don't overshare.
Yes. And that's the thing. Don't overshare, Geminis. Everybody don't got to know everything. So, Libras. Okay. So, Venus is heavy this week, Libra, and you are ruled by Venus. So, balancing relationships, learning when to be responsible and learning when it's okay to enjoy the fruits of your labors, going on dates and things. So this week, relationships take center stage as the sun moves closer and closer to Libra season. So there's a harmonious energy encouraging balance and partnerships. Partnerships in your marriage, partnerships if you are collaborating with someone, all of your different partnerships and connections. This is a time for bringing balance and harmony into those. Okay. This is a good time for making decisions in personal and professional relationships. So really creating a balance to where your voice is heard and their voice is heard, and collaborating and really blending and working together. This energy this week is all about blending and balancing and working together with your different connections and partnerships. Creativity is also at its peak, so lean into artistic and diplomatic endeavors, working with your partnerships, creating something. Some of you guys could be definitely working on creative projects. So this is definitely the week to get that popping. This is definitely the week to create balance in your relationship. So if you've been working hard all week, you need to be ending the week by going on a date, going out with your partner or your relationships. Libra, this week is all about balancing your relationships. It is very important to be sure that there's an even exchange of energy, that you are pouring in and that you are also receiving. If some relationships needs to be balanced out this week, that's fine too, okay? Because sometimes as you are reflecting on your relationships and your connections, and sometimes you just start to realize that some shit just ain't given. Okay, so really focusing on doing your part, making this week will be like relationships will be the center stage this week. So pouring into your relationships with family, with your intimate relationships, your collaborative relationships, balancing them out, and then allowing a creative spark to flow between them as well. So that is the energy I have for Libra. Let's see what Mom is talking about.
So, yeah, this is good. Nine of Pentacles and the Fool card. But the thing about that is, like Kina said, definitely there's a need to balance out your relationships and focus on your relationships here this week. But my hierarchy of relationship needs, it has to start with you and where you are involved. Source is like hand to hand. You guys are one and the same, right? And then once you've balanced out your relationship with yourself, your own satisfaction, your own material needs, your own inner peace, your own happiness, and things like that, if you got kids, you got to ask yourself, how can you balance what you need, what you want, what you are working toward, what your hopes and dreams are, what your idea for betterment is, and make sure your kids are cared for.
Yeah.
And if you don't have kids, you completely skip that step. And then if you have a partner, a husband, a wife, a whatever you call your person, you then have to consider how that's going to work for them. Be mindful, but that should not be the driving force. Like, you shouldn't turn away from something that works for you and God, and then for you and your kids, and then you get down to your partner and you're like, that's not how that should work. And so, like Kina said, sometimes you do take a look at things, you take a look at your hierarchy of needs and like your goals and your growth and your ambitions and things, and you determine that something that you once decided in the past, because this card says South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Something that worked for you in the past just doesn't work for you anymore. That is how growth happens. You come to a conclusion that this is nice, but this would be better. And Source got me thinking about this, and my kids got me thinking about this, and this will be beneficial for my happiness, my growth, my financial ambitions, whatever, and however that works for you. And then you start to prioritize making decisions that are going to move you closer toward those things. Your affirmation was, my drive and my ambition allow me to achieve my goals. That looks like I said, about looking at your hierarchy of needs, your desires, your goals, and things of that nature, and then taking action. The other affirmation was, I allow myself to be who I am without judgment. And then I low-key pulled some Kipper cards, but we had family room and main male. And for some of you, this really may be in your relationship with your partner, with your father, with your baby daddy. Could be with the feminine who rests in masculine energy, but you got to take it as it resonates, where there's something about that that does not work for you, or something needs to be better balanced, and you'll have to figure that out for you. But just because you decided to do something one day 12 years ago doesn't mean you can't wake up today and do something totally motherfucking different. Remember that all week. We got Aquarius next.
Yes, and that's so crazy you pulled that South Node card for Libra, because my South Node is in Libra, with my North Node being Aries. So balancing relationships, yeah, that's definitely something. And that's the only air placement. Well, no, because I have a Gemini placement too. But it was just so neat that how that just resonates with me. And I rarely have any air in my chart. So Aquarius, since we have Aquarius spouses.
Yes.
Aquarius. This week, you guys, this is all about thinking and social causes. Be innovative thinking and social causes will feel prominent this week. You may find yourself inspired to start some new adventures or collaborate with like-minded individuals. So you guys are feeling free this week, Aquarius people. Y'all are feeling free. Y'all are feeling like you got some creative things coming up and you want to do some stuff. You want to do some community stuff. You want to do some projects and you want to work with someone to get those things going. So I definitely send you wishes on that. That is amazing. Be cautious of stubbornness. Everything don't have to go your way. Okay. Be cautious of stubbornness. If you want to collaborate, that means you have to work together with someone. So remain open to feedback. And this will also help you develop new ideas and even evolve more. It's okay to collaborate and to put in your ideas and take in someone else's ideas to make the bigger picture. Okay. Stubbornness, you can't collaborate with people and want to work with people and do stuff in the community and you're stubborn and you're stuck in your own ways. Allow yourself, Aquarius, this week to be open to receiving feedback, to be open to receiving advice, to be open to receiving guidance this week. You are definitely going to feel really inspired this week, Aquarius people. Just be open to a new perspective. So that's just straight to it for Aquarius people. It's a beautiful new start with amazing, inspiring energy. Y'all just got to learn how to collaborate and work with people, and a lot of Aquarius people, some of y'all be a little, I won't say anti, but y'all don't really like, y'all free and y'all like to do y'all own thing. And so collaborating and working with people, could be a bit of a challenge, especially with heavy Saturn energy. But you guys are really guided to really connect with people this week. Connect with people that are on the same vibrations as you. This is going to inspire so many beautiful ideas for you to take moving forward. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Let's see what Mona got.
This is really, really good. And more cards came out than what I was anticipating here. This looks like a week of joy and opportunities and evolution and balance and new things. And just, it was really, really good. Even the oracle cards that I pulled for you guys, we had 1111. So synchronicities definitely do, like, I feel even if you are just kind of doing your own thing here this week, Aquarius, because when I read, I see, I feel, I hear. And what I see is just like someone literally just flying over things, through the clouds, just flying. And as you are kind of floating through your week here, Aquarius, definitely do remember that things that continue to pop up. So opportunities for promotions, if you keep seeing things about the lottery, and I give all of these really, really good analogies because with the sun, the 10 of cups, the 2 of wands, the 3 of cups, we start talking about reaching a pivotal moment in your life where your past and what you've done leading up to now has really kind of pulled together so much good karma that it's time for you to elevate into a new phase of your life here. Some of you are really going to have a lot of phenomenal and tremendous things to celebrate here this week, met with opportunities to do shit that you didn't think. And even if you're just like, girl, fuck you, nothing good ever happens to me. Well, that's exactly why you suffer in the way you are, friend. Open your mind to possibilities, okay? I definitely do feel like there's a need to collaborate here. And even if you're not collaborating with people on projects, you need to be collaborating with like-minded people as you celebrate life and you celebrate the blessings. Even if it's just, God damn it, I'm alive for another fucking week. And last week, I didn't think I was going to make it. Rest in that. Find a lot of joy and beauty in that. Do all the things this week, Aquarius. I don't think there's a single thing you could tell me, I think I want to, and I say no. The week looks very favorable for you, and I love that very much. do remember that this world is yours and everything in it. And for each of us, the way that that resonates is a little different. But for all of us, we have goals, we have ambitions, we have hopes. And when we start saying things like the world is yours and everything in it, whatever you need to help you realize and actualize those goals is welcome to you, as long as you are willing to welcome it in. Okay, your affirmations were: my obstacles are moving out of my way, my path is carved toward greatness. Yes, the fuck it is. You seen
Yeah.
these cards on the table? I couldn't have handpicked better cards to come out of the deck for you if I wanted to. This is good. And I possess the qualities needed to be extremely successful. None of these cards lied, friend. The candle magic card is here at the bottom of the deck. And for those of you where you do dabble into different sorts of spiritual practices, this would be a wonderful week for you to do some abundance work. Do like a crown of success spell as well. That's 6 yellow candles in a circle. To like christen and bless your business. Y'all can look that shit up on TikTok. But yeah, like this is, I love this.
This is
And to my
beautiful.
man, because I know he watching, I need a new ring. Just put that out there since y'all rolling in it like that this week, Aquarius. That's what we got, Kina. Tell them about Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, Stars and Cards will be going live. We will still be talking about some astrology and pulling some cards, but we are going live to give our spiritual, intuitive opinion about a murder case. Dum dum dum. We are going to be going live Friday the 13th to discuss our opinions about the Haysom murder case that happened in the 80s. I'm not going to give y'all any more tea. Just make sure you are liking and sharing and subscribing to Stars and Cards on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and tune into the live event. I am so excited for this, y'all. It's going to get real. We going to give our opinion about what we think and who we think done it. So tune in, like, share, subscribe to Stars and Cards. We love you guys so much. And don't forget, follow us on TikTok too.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.